Good evening, UN Spacey Wolf Squadron. This is your Wolf Commander Wolf 10. I'm your werewolf tonight. We're going to talk about an anime movie that introduced me into violent anime movies. No, it was not Biohunter. No, it sure as hell wasn't Wicked City. It was Street Fighter, the animated movie 2, or Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. Watch this with my a good friend of mine's, from friend of the family's, and man, oh man, VHS was something back in the days, gentlemen. Let me tell you that. I mean, it had everything. It had punching, kicking, boobies, everything. Little Wolf saw it all. Got to the point where I got to fast forward to where I would say 24 to 27, where I finally picked up my own copy, the DVD version, which I unfortunately lost the disc. I think somebody stole it before I left to San Diego while I was still in LA. But you know what? One of these days I'll track it down and get a new copy again. Maybe get it on Blu-ray. Hopefully it's the uncut version where they didn't cut out not a damn thing in that damn movie, right? I'm here with the Schooner Tuna.
Coming at you live from a secret government facility buried deep underground, but has excellent Wi-Fi. This is Schooner Tuna, and this was a surprise for me. This is the first time I actually watched this movie. I mean, I'm no stranger to Street Fighter. I watched the Saturday morning cartoon. I played the game, but this is my first time actually seeing it, and boy, oh boy, I can see why the Wolf loved it so much because I love it so much. It's got everything. It's got action, drama, little bit of tragedy, but mostly action. It's everything you wanted. It's like an anime of 300. I mean, talk about testosterone. It may as
Mhm.
well just be called Testosterone the movie.
We have the Hound of the South, Dominic Powell.
Good evening, everybody. So, watching this, I was unsure. I was unsure whether or not I watched this years ago during my elementary school years, and just in case if it was the latter, I'm glad to have watched it because Street Fighters is definitely like one of those video game
Why you
series that
gotta be
you want to
ghetto
play.
about it?
Who says that, dude?
You said Street Fighters. That's what we said in the ghetto.
I I didn't mean to say Street Fighter. Didn't say
I
Street
know,
Fighter.
I
I
know.
I meant this.
I'm just
I'm
messing with you,
talking about
man.
the series. Jeez,
Wolf,
jeez.
Wolf, you nasty,
Well, if I
bro.
didn't know any, well, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you learn from Norm Macdonald to deliver comedy like that because you make it sound so serious.
Just throw that curveball at you every single time. That's, hey, no, real talk though. That's how we always said it in the ghetto. I don't know why.
Street
I always said
fighting.
Street Fighters, but whenever time I heard some of my peers in the ghetto, I'm dead serious. Some people would say Street Fighters. I'm like, what the hell? Why do you say it like that?
Cause the dumb man,
Well,
they are
well, when I'm
dumb.
I
well,
know
when,
some of
well,
them
when I'm
say Street Fighter, but yeah, go ahead.
when I'm referring to Street Fighters, I'm referring to the characters.
Right.
But the point is the animated movie has aged really well. Well, it streamlined the plot as well as delivering a killer soundtrack that has also aged well. So
Bam,
to those
bam, bam,
so to
bam,
those of you
bam.
so those of you who have watched the movie years ago, there are some bands and musicians that you might have been introduced to during your younger years, such as Alice in Chains.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's also a little there's also a little fun fact I want to mention when we get into the stream itself, the topic, but I'm gonna say that when we get there. We have the African snake, Tweldy.
Yo, what's up, guys? How you doing? Slithering in from down under in Africa. Yeah.
I love it.
I have to fuck it up like this all the time because I make it up as I go. Anyways, I saw Street Fighter when I was pretty much in high school. I remember it, and I love the fighting, the beautiful drawing. The art style is absolutely superb. Vega was such a fucking badass, and he's a villain. I don't like villains, but it was. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. And of course, never forget the wonderful and thick Chun-Li is there as well. Anyways, on to the next contestant.
We have a new challenger. The Warrior of Light, Final Fantasy Fan 12.
And silence.
Duh. Don't make me repeat myself, boy.
Don't make me repeat myself, boy.
Damn, we didn't turn racist already.
And we have lost Final Fantasy fan.
Oh
We-
no.
I'm still waiting.
Well, yeah,
He
I mean,
The motherfucking
Yeah.
Warrior of Light, Final Fantasy Fan 12. Get your ass in here, boy.
As long as you stop making me laugh. Oh my god.
well,
Okay.
hey, at least there was a recovery from the derailment when Wolf decided to be Norm Macdonald on me.
Oh man.
I
Okay.
can pull
Anyways,
I can pull a Norm too.
Sorry.
Oh man.
Anyway, greetings to viewers and fellow Final Fantasy fans. This is Final Fantasy Fan 012 here. Welcome back to another live stream of the UN Space Fleet Wolf Squadron. Today we're having another anime spotlight. Hello there, humble Marty. And this time we're discussing Street Fighter 2, the animated movie.
How'd you guys end up watching this movie? Besides Scooter just discovering it, how did you guys come upon this one?
Hadouken.
Through Amazon Prime.
Same here. You said we're watching Street Fighter 2. Oh, hang on. It's, or as in some places it's called Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. So I looked it up, and it turns out, yes, it is streaming on Amazon, which I was really happy about. And apparently this was, and apparently this is the version in all of its glory, because apparently there are 2 English dub versions of this film.
Definitely.
I might
There's
need to
been
watch
so
it
many-
again.
Yeah, there's been so many reprints of this movie, either the PG-13 version, the uncut version, the uncut edited version. I mean, whichever one you watch, you choose to watch, it's all up to you. You're gonna get what you're getting. They don't really, the best thing about it is I don't think that they cut much out of each version. I'm pretty sure the uncut version we get a lot of Chun-Li.
Yeah, that
In some versions we get slightly some of it.
Mhm.
That's not really the important thing about this damn movie that we're talking about.
No, but it really was nice.
hmm
Chun-Li was absolutely on point.
I
Bro.
mean,
Mwah.
how
Yeah.
often did I see women in showers in movies? I mean,
Oh,
it wasn't really
exact-
that big of a deal, but it did get a little blush out of me. I ain't gonna lie, it did get a little blush out of me.
I didn't care
Oh,
about the showering scene, man. I was just scared about the fight. She fucking
Yeah.
destroyed
Oh, yeah.
Vega. It was
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
And it was an interesting battle nonetheless. But this film has served the basis for a lot of. Apparently, this film is got a massive legacy. It has set the standard for Street Fighter animated movies.
It's the only anime movie that I actually really thoroughly enjoyed. All the rest are either decent to whatever, to what the fuck, to just no. Street Fighter
Yeah.
4, the anime is the one that says just no.
And can you believe this movie was just made on a budget of $6 million?
Oh yeah.
It was
Dude,
made well
It
spent.
is?
The art is absolutely gorgeous. I swear to man. If they can make anime like that again.
Yeah,
Ah,
this is
Like-
2D animation, like
Yeah,
hand drawn,
Hand drawn 1990s animation in its. This is when anime was in its heyday. This was the
Yep.
golden age of anime.
You want to know one thing that appeals to me the most about this movie? It's the way how they portray their super moves realistically. And I'm using that loosely. so far, but the way how they animate, how they use their abilities, their signature moves, it's
Mhm.
glorifying to watch how they were able to grab. Not I,
It was
realistically,
practical.
I was,
It was
I was
practical.
there you go, grounded and practical. Grounded
Mhm.
and practical is what I would call it. Like the Tatsumaki kick. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
I
And
really love how they did that. How they were able to animate that and not make it look like the game's version of that ability.
Mhm.
yeah, I'll
Yeah.
even go a little. I'll even go a little further and say that they did
There's an echo, dude.
like you said, practically. But they also showed how some of their power moves, like the Hadouken, were actually in practicality to martial arts, where it required concentration. How Ryu and Ken, didn't use they didn't use Hadouken.
Neat.
They didn't like liberally use Hadouken. It actually had to be a correct set of circumstances and concentration.
Oh
Yep.
my goodness, that build up to that Hadouken
Yeah,
at the
there-
beginning of the fight, where you have Ryu fight
The
Sagat.
lightning.
Oh my goodness,
Oh,
that
that was-
Mhm.
man, that
It was
build up
Yeah.
always the
always
very beginning of the movie, Ryu versus Sagat.
Yep.
Mhm.
yeah. And the way how they animate Sagat running towards Ryu, just his feet. Oh my goodness, that build up just with the music too. I was like, oh man,
Mhm.
just
Yeah, there's actually a lot of post-rock music within the movie soundtrack.
Not only that, if you
Well,
saw the,
right-
the
well-
characters, their clothing were authentic and they felt real. They felt really good compared to what they were supposed to be like in the gaming.
And just-
I think-
they also reflect their individual personalities.
Yep.
And I like how everybody just kind of runs with it like the norm. Nobody points out, oh, what stupid little costumes, or that meta narrative of, how everybody has to point out how it's all out of place. No, everybody just runs with it.
Yep.
But I think back to what you were saying about the soundtrack, the thing that, what you were saying, was it Dominic?
Yeah,
No, that was me.
yeah. I said, yeah. I
Yeah.
mentioned in the animated movie soundtrack, right? Like it composed of both hard rock and grunge. Because
Yeah.
in the 90s, grunge was prevalent back in the day when it was like putting like hair metal as well as like other subgenres of rock. Well, not only under the bus, but almost made them irrelevant.
Yeah. Well, and that was because that was the English version. Obviously, there was an alternative Japanese version, which you can get online. Very cool stuff. I highly recommend it. But there is there is alternative grunge from in the English release. So you got Korn, you got Alice in Chains, Silverchair, In the Nursery, Black Note, KMFDM, Smokin' Suckers with Logic. I love that name. And Inter. And those are kind of sprinkled in, so it doesn't really take away from the movie. It doesn't pull you out. If anything, it enhances.
Oh yeah, it really adds into each moment of the movie, and it blends in well when it leads into the action.
So
Here
do you
comes a
guys wanna
new
talk-
challenger, Neostar Productions, in the tournament.
Do you guys want to briefly talk about the plot?
Yeah.
Because it really is this is one of the strengths of the movie, in my opinion. It's a very loose plot, but it ties all of the characters in beautifully. So the movie obviously starts off right in the beginning, right where it sets the tone where this movie's going to be focused on. It's going to be focused on fighting and the fighters who are doing the fighting. But more importantly, during the fight with Ryu and Sagat, we see that the footage is constantly shifting to a POV of something that is scanning and monitoring all of their progress. And you're wondering, well, what's all that about? And then we segue to a event with some politician of some kind. And, he's taking questions from the press and all this stuff. And then we get he's assassinated by one of the Street Fighter characters, Cammy. I'm always forgetting her last name.
Cammy
White.
Thank you, Cammy White. And she
Who
killed
does
him.
a not very subtle assassination attempt.
Nope, a not so subtle assassination attempt. I love it. The senator's coming downstairs. He's waving to everybody. He's answering press.
Where you think you're going?
She literally just kills him with a fucking leg scissor attack. I'm like, what
Well,
the
no,
fuck?
she summoned. Well, that's the thing too. She looks First off, nobody could have said that this person was an assassin. Come on, she's wearing the hooded cloak. She's got a scar. Anybody could have said assassin.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. She goes running over. She takes off her robe, revealing the cloak she's wearing, revealing, her Street Fighter getup, and she's beating the crap out of the guards. And holy smoke, she doesn't even one hit KO. She grabs him by the shoulders, somersaults over him, and simultaneously breaks his neck while snapping his legs right out from under him. And I'm like, holy crap. And then of course she's dogpiled by a bunch of guards, because even though that she's a gifted fighter, you overwhelm somebody, strength goes in numbers.
Yeah.
But then immediately the footage is paused and we get to one of our main
A random
protagonists.
British woman just assassinates a senator in a leotard.
in a leotard and a beret hat.
Yep. And she has beautiful thick legs enough to rip into
And
shreds.
practically long ass ponytail.
Yeah,
Yep.
which by the way, the British military would absolutely never allow her in the military with hair like that.
So she got
Duh.
pigtails in the live action movie.
Yeah.
Ah, pigtails. Look who's talking.
But that's another
All
thing.
hail
too.
Ming Na Wen.
That's the one thing that I do
And
love
the
about
other British chick. They both were smokers. Man. Still are.
I'm also going to say this too, that I like about the movie is that, unlike the live action movie, which kind of was poking fun at its wacky premise, this movie plays it straight.
Yep. It was.
So y'all want to get y'all want to hear the music?
Yeah, a little bit of it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness. Sorry guys, technical difficulties. Can
As
hear it?
always. Wolf
Yep,
the Boomer.
I can carry on. So right when Cammy White is basically taken down by all the guards, the footage pauses, and Chun-Li, Interpol agent, is given the whole rundown that she is a MI6, that she's an MI6 operative.
You know, this
And
is going good with your monologue, right?
Yep, exactly. She's an MI6 operative, and she has been the last 3 years of her memory is gone. And they're wondering what's going on here. And Chun-Li says that she is working under Shadow Law. And they're saying Shadow Law. And they say Shadow Law is an arms dealing company dealing in all sorts of illegal activities. And
God,
that they
music slams.
and that they've been following them for some time.
MC Bison.
And that's
Oh,
the only
that dude,
time
that,
we ever
this
see
mother-
Cammy ever
this-
again.
this motherfucker had his own fucking intro music. 2 of them.
Yep.
Mhm.
He's
Neo
a
Star-
fucking badass. For a
I
second,
can't even find. Look, I can't even find the fucking song that the damn Sade like song that smooth ass music that when he's flying his own freaking private jet and shit. I can't find that, but I can find. Look, give me a minute. I'm gonna find his intro music when he gets in bass. This motherfucker came in with his own intro music. Hang on, y'all. Y'all keep talking though.
he's one of the most prominent villains in video game history.
Yep.
Aside from Akuma, but yes.
Akuma is literally a god in the fighting world. You don't
Yeah.
even need to mention him. He's literally Akuma, meaning demon, devil. He literally is a fighter, pure and pure, just a Satsujin Ken fighter, meaning a Killing Fist style fighter. He doesn't fight for the fight. He fights for murder, for killing, to destroy his enemy. He's basically from what is it? From the yin and yang aspect of fighting. Instead of fighting to protect, fighting for glory or fighting for the fight itself.
I mean, exactly. That's how he gets so powerful, by transcending from his humanity.
Yep. He loses. He has to pay a price, which is he loses his humanity. But that's the thing, because he loses his humanity to everybody else. He's nothing but a walking disaster or a beast. Literally a beast.
Can I say this too? That
And even more so in later Street Fighter games, they literally make Akuma a freaking lion.
Yeah.
Because they literally gave him a lion's mane
Yep.
in the older outfits in Street Fighter 5, and especially in the new roster in Street Fighter 6.
Found it, baby.
Oh, you found it?
Yep, I found it. I'm turn this shit up.
Yeah, now with Joker
Man. Better get out of this fucking way.
That's like the villain entry or some shit like that in the video games.
Of course it is.
Yeah, it almost sounds like it has the same tone. It's like, oh shit, the bad guy is here. That type of fucking shit.
I'm gonna actually say that too. Is that in the live action movie and even in the Saturday morning cartoon, Bison was more or less treated as like a mustache twirling villain, kind of like reveling in that cheesiness. This movie, however, he's scary.
Yeah, and he's absolutely scary. If you look at him, you can't. It's like you cannot fucking win.
No, and that's what he does. He's
Yeah.
It's like he's always, even with his own men or his own little underlings, he's always playing mind. He's basically playing them. It's like everything's a battle to him. To his underlings, and what I love about Bison in this movie is that he breaks you before he fights you.
Yeah,
That's his whole motive. That's his shtick.
Yeah.
I would say that villain theme song is second only to this one.
Oh yeah,
Yep,
Teenage
that-
Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder.
Yep. That gives me goosebumps. I remember that shit. I actually have fucking goosebumps, man. Like,
Second
I literally-
only to I'm gonna tell you right now, as great as that one is, it is second only to Shredder's entrance theme song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
but
shit.
you're talking about the new TMN Ninja Turtles?
No,
or-
that's
New-
old. I'm talking about
no, we're talking
1990.
1990s,
Oh, you're
and
talking about the old
Awesome. Yeah.
Cowabunga to old Ninja Turtles.
oh yeah, the
Yep.
1990s Ninja Turtles movie.
Yeah.
That Shredder's soundtrack in that movie is very timeless, whereas in the Street Fighter movie, it seemed a little bit of that carryover from the
Bison
80s.
versus Shredder. This is the fight of the century. Make it
Fight of
happen.
the century. Make it happen.
Yeah, seriously,
pal,
seriously,
get
guys.
on it.
Seriously,
Shut up.
whoever's watching it.
Shut up.
Seriously,
Shut
make it
up.
happen.
Shut up. Don't-
Bison versus Shredder.
Shut
Make it
up.
happen.
Shut up. Don't say anything like that, and then the woke
Shut up.
it'll come in and fuck it up like always.
You
The
know,
new
it's-
Ninja Turtles is also like pretty. Like, I don't like it. The art style is so bad.
oh, Rise.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
fucking digitized
Yeah.
and shit.
However, like the first 100 issues of the TMNT comic book series from IDW by Kevin East.
We'll save that for the Turtles.
Stay on target.
Stay on.
I'm just gonna say, like the first 100 issues of the new TMNT was worthwhile. Whereas in Street Fighters, it has seen like tons of comic book series from different publishers, and currently it has like several ongoing series under Udon Entertainment.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to get those, but the problem is you can't get them for some odd reason. And also,
So
there-
let's get into the let's
There-
get quickly into Ryu and Ken in the story.
Oh, well, this is important actually. Thank you, Wolf. This is the perfect segue because Chun-Li, given her reports to Shadow Law, she's telling everybody that Sagat and others are part of Shadow Law, and Bison, and that they're becoming a lot more. This public assassination is making them all, is showing everybody in the world that Shadow Law is becoming a little more brazen because it's positioned itself so perfectly. And this is where they start saying, what's going on? What are they after? And they say they're after fighters for some reason. We don't know why they're after fighters. And this is where Ryu comes in, especially when Bison shows up. Because Bison,
how do we see Ryu when we first introduced to him?
Mhm.
Constantly training.
Yep. That's the one thing that I also thought was pretty cool about the execution of these characters is a very faithful adaptation. Every single character is on point here. You got Guile on point, Ryu, Bison, even Ken. I love Ken. Ken's amazing.
Guy looks like a badass.
Hot take: Ken is stronger than Ryu.
What?
I said hot take: Ken is stronger than Ryu.
I can see that.
I'll tell you why.
I agree. I might agree with you on that because Ken has a family and he has a responsibility.
Exactly.
That love and passion for his family would make him stronger. Basically, if he would fight Ryu and his kid was on the line, or his wife were on the line, or both of them, he'll fucking annihilate Ryu.
Well, that's the thing that I like about Ryu's character and Ken's. They're the characters of Ryu and Ken. They're clearly rivals, but you can tell that this is not one of those rivalries where it's like they have a blood feud and they hate each other. This is a bromance
situation.
It's not. It's not just a friendly rivalry, but these two are brothers in anything but blood.
Yep. Yeah. They basically trained together under the same master. Grew up together. You can say.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And both of them took very different routes in life, but that training that they have is skillfully unique to each of them, to those two alone. The only one who could rival the other one was the other one. That's what the movie and even the games are trying to say.
Yep, except for Akuma, who comes in and fucking pulverizes both of them.
Mm-hmm. Well, but Akuma, isn't Akuma their master?
No,
that's
Goken. That's Goken is their master.
Goken. That's right. Thank you. I
think Akuma killed their master or something. That's the story.
Depending on which version you watch.
Yeah, I remember watching some part that he killed him, and we don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying like it depends on which version you play, which version that you co-sign to. Either Goken is his brother or his rival. Either it was Akuma that killed him, or someone else that killed him. Mm-hmm. It depends on which version you play, because the freaking Street Fighter series on a whole is fucking inconsistent.
Of course it's inconsistent. It's a fighting game. It doesn't have...
I'll give you one inconsistency right now. Chun-Li's dad.
Yeah, one time he's a coward, the other he's a farmer, the other...
No. The circumstances of his disappearance, quote unquote.
Disappearance? I thought he was killed. Oh, they changed it again.
Yeah, in one story he's missing, in one story he's kidnapped, in one story he's dead, in one story she's just looking for him. In one story, Bison the one who killed him. In one story, Bison the one he captured him, and the bitch still looking for him. Or she's solving his mystery of his disappearance, or she's solving the mystery of what the fuck is going on here?
What the world?
Wow.
What's going on?
Something you don't see every day. Oh yeah, right. The porn bots have returned.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Well, and that's that's a lot of the problems that I had with Street Fighter. That's another problem. A lot of people that were turned off to these Street Fighter games and the animated films that came with them. There's a lot of the continuity is very much messed up.
Yeah, that annoys the fuck out of people because we already have that pain in the ass because of fucking comic books, American comic books, Western comic books.
Hey, Eloise.
Hey, Eloise.
Hola, Eloise. How you doing?
Better play you some Street Fighter. You might
find
there, Eloise. That you might like.
And I think.
Or dude.
Oh, sorry. I was about to commit the ultimate sin. sing the wrong theme song for the anime. I was about to make this the Mortal Kombat theme song. I'm like, wait a minute, that's Mortal Kombat.
Well, I think because of Street Fighter's because of Street Fighter's inconsistency with continuity, is what cause people to like turn to Mortal Kombat more because unlike its rival, it has a sense of continuity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though they
And
fucked
also,
up.
but what also doesn't help is Capcom and enabling this inconsistency of continuity within Street Fighter.
Yeah.
And it is present in Street Fighter 5.
Back to the movies, guys.
Street Fighter. Here's the thing: Street Fighter 2 was. It's no secret. Street Fighter 2 put the whole franchise on the map, and that's why this movie was made. Street Fighter 2, the motion picture or the animated movie. But yeah, like you said, getting back to the movie, they really established every character is featured in this, and everybody gets their character shine moment. And there's a linear plot connecting all of them. Ryu and Ken are at the center of this because they're not just Ryu's fight with Sagat has gotten him on his Bison on his
trail.
Bison on his trail.
On his radar.
Send out the monster cyborgs to scout out other Street Fighters or any combatants to be used for Shaolu's gain. Or Shao Lao, take your pick. They usually call him Shao Lao in this one, but it's really Shadow Lu.
Yep.
Yep. It's basically Shadow Law is basically if Hydra and Cobra basically had a baby.
Right.
But yeah,
anyway,
they are a Nazi-like organization because
they're fascistic, you may say, but they're not like into the whole one type of world with people and stuff like that. They don't care. They're just more
one
about
world order.
Yeah.
They're not into that whole new world order bullshit. What they're interested in is we got all the guns, we got all the drugs, we control the prostitution, we can crime. That's what they want. They just want to control all the crime.
Yep, that's it. They want to
top over, and that's really what they are. They're always about the bottom dollar, the profit.
Yep.
Of any and all types of crime, and they're pretty much equal opportunity.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's what I love about them too, is that they're the most equal opportunist bad guy organization in the world. They are of that wholehearted survival of the fittest mentality.
I thought that was I thought that they were like Team Rocket, but yeah, whatever.
Could you just imagine Bison coming in and saying, "Prepare for double, and make it double"?
No, I think he'll be saying like, "Prepare to hand off your fucking Pokemon and bring him over here."
So wait a minute, he wants to take all of the Pokemon? Of course.
Duh, that's fucking Bison for you. He's like, "Oh, power, it's mine. Legendary Pokemon, they're mine. Mutated fucking weirdos, they're mine."
I gotta have Mewtwo though.
Oh, dude, he would basically break Mewtwo and fucking make him his slave. Literally.
Any man strong enough to beat Mewtwo is a man I want found.
You see what I mean?
Well, and that's exactly what the movie is saying. Sagat was beaten, and he says, "I want him found," because and that's the thing too. He wants to find Ryu because he wants to offer him a job. Basically, he's like, "Hey, you beat one of my guys. You want to join my team?" Of course, if you say no, I'm going to have to kill you. But we have great insurance.
Into the strongest fighter alive. Buffalo, or whatever you're called, you're full of crap.
Yep. But that's what happens. Bison is on the lookout for Ryu, and Chun-Li and Interpol realize that this might actually be the opportunity to finally corner Bison.
Wait, I got one more.
Yep.
Please, Master, give me the chance to prove myself against Ryu. Remember, you are a Shadow Law warrior now, Sagat. Put those commonplace thoughts aside. But, sir, we're talking about fighter's pride and my reputation here. Fighter's pride, how dull. The world is now your arena, not the streets.
Yeah. I think that's what I like that's another thing that I like about Bison in this one, is that he's not a warrior. He is, in every sense of the word, he does not have honor.
No, he does not.
He's the bigger picture type of deal.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if you look at how he fights, he doesn't. Of course, he won't have any honor. Look at how he fights. All his fighting powers are artificial. He stole them, used technology. He basically took the shortcut
Well,
to fight,
And that's the thing too. You call him out on that, and
and he
he
gets
says,
angry. He gets
well,
fucking angry.
he doesn't get angry at that. He says, if you don't like how I do things, come and take your shot at me. But he has at least he has the cojones to back up what he's saying. He's
Yeah,
like, if you think I took, you think I took
Fights
shortcuts,
from your competitors for you. Just the quality I'm looking for. With my psycho power, I will increase and distort that emotional many times. So
and that's always what he is. He's not looking at these. He's looking at everybody as his.
I found my favorites among favorites. You know, Guile, it was a good career choice. It has
The funny thing is, he has the balls to tell that to a cop. Like, hey, you know,
U.S. Air Force major.
again, like that's Bison. He doesn't hold back, and he also practices what he preaches.
Yeah, he literally
Preaches,
is
like,
like a
with or without his
manifestation.
no, with or without his psychic abilities.
Oh yeah. Well, and that's the thing. He wants to find hang on. So they say this is a great chance to finally catch Bison, but they got to say, okay, well, we need somebody who knows Bison well enough and also can maybe stand up to him. So Chung Li goes to see Guile, and Guile has got an axe to grind against Bison.
Yeah, I think because he took. Let me remember.
Once again,
Hamza. I forgot his name.
Charlie Nass.
Charlie, and turned him into that green thing, right?
No,
Forgot his
that's the American movie version. That
sorry.
did not happen.
I keep mixing those two up because
They gave him Charlie Blanca.
Yes,
in the live action, but no, again, depending on which version you play, either Charlie went missing or Charlie died, and he's either a hidden or a guest character in any Street Fighter game that you play, who does just about the same thing that Guile does move wise, but has his own little move sets on how he employs those moves. He's even I would say he's even a what would you call those kind of characters in Marvel vs. Capcom and X-Men vs. Street Fighter, where you press two buttons and they just come in, just tear shit up and then leave.
Support.
Yeah, he's
backliner.
Yeah, he's a backliner in Marvel vs. Capcom 1, and he's I believe he's a playable character in Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Neostar is saying that Charlie and Blanca are two different characters.
Yes, they are.
But in the American movie, they merged them both together.
Yeah, which was a big no.
Yeah, isn't there a character that is like, a zombie or like a Frankenstein type fighter? Wears glasses, blonde hair in Street Fighter 4 or 5?
He's in 5.
Street
Fighter 4?
Yeah, I think so. He's like
Street Fighter 5.
He fights like Guile or something, but he wears glasses.
Yeah, that's Charlie.
That's
He's in
Charlie.
Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, so he got killed or something, and that's why he got
as a Frankenstein. Now he's got teleporting abilities.
Yeah.
Okay, go on. Whatever.
俺の力見せてやろう。
What's wrong, Guile? Thinking about your friend I killed? Try harder. Sonic Boom!
Damn, he beat the shit out of him. That one, that was fucking brutal.
Yeah, we already said that. Anyways, I'm looking for the exchange between him and Chun-Li and IMDb, and they're not ahead there, but now it's somehow missing. Fuck you, IMDb.
My favorite was the fight that is between Chun-Li and Vega. I said that earlier. I'm gonna say it again. It was absolutely beautiful. The fight felt real, like a real situation of someone getting fucking trapped.
My hobby is to slowly peel the skin off of rabbits I catch, especially cute little rabbits like you. And my friend here is thirsty for blood.
And the funny thing is, she has
Vega was So Vega like was a good amount of creepy and sadistic.
Yep.
Which
Negro
plays like
had
very well to
freaking
how he
claws
established in the
on
source
his
material.
arm claw on his left hand and freaking Lee press on fingernails on his hands. Tell me how flamboyant he can get.
He's super flamboyant, but the funny thing is he's not gay, and that's the funny thing.
With,
Yeah.
with,
He acts like
Once
a
you go-
vampire.
once
with
you go-
portrayal in the animated series Street Fighter 2V, where they gave him a bit more depth. There's a moment where him and Ken are fighting each other, are about to fight each other, and he cuts himself with his claws, and he cuts Ken's arm, and they mix blood. Now we have mixed blood. That makes us brothers. Come, fight with me, brother. I'm like, oh shit, this is deep.
Oh
Alright,
shit!
Ve-
This
alright,
Vega
alright.
is basic.
Oh,
Ve-
yes,
Vega's
yes,
basically a
This is
vampire.
episodes after
Yeah.
he killed a fucking bull in
Well,
honor of
Wait, of course he would
Chun-Li.
kill a bull. He's Spanish.
Yep.
I'm gonna.
Shit.
I will say, Wolf, that was deeply disturbing.
Exactly my point. That's why it was funny. It's like we are brothers now. What the fuck? Excuse me,
Well,
bro.
since Humble brought up this, how about this? My face is ruined. You bitch! I'll make you suffer.
If there is
Humble
one
Money, you're right. I
thing
love
Vega
that fight.
cares about is like he cares about his face and he doesn't want to see anything ruin it.
Yeah,
He
but
forgot he wears
he
a mask.
fucking beating the shit
In
out
fact,
of him.
in fact, he is a narcissist. He's a
Yep.
narcissist who likes killing people.
Yep.
He's
Yeah, but
really
like
good at it, though.
Yeah, but even the god of Narcissus, like he has standards.
Well, he's a psychopath, so it kind of defeats the purpose of standards.
You know what? Chun-Li had a really good description on all three of Bison's hit men. This walking mountain of muscle is called Sagat. He is a champion Muay Thai fighter and is considered a national hero in Thailand. Contestant number 2 is Balrog, whose picture for violent behavior got him permanently banned from boxing. From Spain, we have Vega. He is savage, ruthless, and a card-carrying psychopath.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. She
Bison's
summarized
ass is
them very
mine.
succinctly.
What do you mean, Captain? I don't need Interpol or anyone else's help to take him out. Hey, Brushhead, this is not a request.
Brushhead.
You want Bison destroyed?
Yeah,
Don't
because
you?
Guile has a
What's the
bush head.
problem? Damn it, you didn't cut into my damn freaking. I'll do it again, you fuckers. How about that? Bison's ass is mine. What do you mean, Captain? I don't need Interpol or anyone else's help to take him out. Hey, Brushhead, this is not a request. You want Bison destroyed, don't you? So what's the problem?
The problem is I want to do it by the law.
This motherfucker keeps coming back. I thought didn't I just block your ass?
Oh man, it seems this person really likes you so much, man. Look at this, all this fucking porn.
Did you click on it? I hope. Tell me you didn't click on it.
What, me?
I didn't do it.
Do I look like a retard to you?
Damn, there's
No.
there's 10 of you motherfuckers. Say hi or something. I don't want no damn freaking
Bots. I'm gonna report it and block it. Reporting for
Observer report.
pornography.
Wolf, it looks like you got under somebody's skin.
It's been wild lately. I've seen it in many other streams where somebody just solicit porn again. The porn bots have come back in the hottest of seasons too. Are they fucking predators?
Yeah, that's what they are. They're all predators, literally.
Over here. Over here. Hey, Ty.
Oh, by the way, I'm blocking, reporting each one of them individually.
Awesome.
'cause, yeah.
You're doing
Good.
God's gift.
Reporting for porno.
We have the lovely Leia Valor finally ending this sausage fest.
Fuck you, man.
Oh man.
Leia plus size.
Hey Leia.
Hey,
Hey,
Leia.
Hello.
Well, welcome, our Smurfette.
That's
Good
Did you
perfect.
at least watch the movie, Leia?
Please
Tell
tell us
me
you
you
watched
watched
it.
the movie.
Wolf. I did not watch the movie Wolf. and I'm a
Anime
very good
slam.
news.
I
I
My
had.
legs are
I
in the
had-
air.
In
I
Leia's
had a-
defense, can I just say, in Leia's defense, she has made it clear various times she's not an anime person.
or
That's
manga.
not an excuse. Excuse me. Excuse
Let's
me.
get down to
If you are
business.
here, if you are in
To
this fucking
defeat
stream, you have to
hentai.
be anime or
Kids,
anime.
they send me weebos when I
Dang it,
ask
Wolf.
Wolf,
for
when I'm
tarts.
when I'm
You're the
ranting,
saddest
when I'm
bunch
ranting,
I've
stop
ever
singing.
met. And
Stop
you need
singing.
to get
I'm ranting here. You're ruining my rant.
somehow I'll make anime bots
Wolf,
out of you.
you fucking furry bastard.
I love making you guys miserable.
It's
It's
not
your
about
boot
making it
camp
miserable.
training.
It's just
One of these
how
days, you'll be honorary members of the UN Spacey Wolf Squadron. You'll be helming the SDF.
I thought
Number
I was
3.
already an honorary member. I thought
You're
you
almost
were.
there, dude. You haven't earned your wings yet. Still gotta get you in the very back.
Humbug.
Well,
So yeah, we're just at the moment. Oh, sorry.
go ahead, continue.
Yeah, we're just at the moment where Chun-Li is now in a fight with Vega, who in the games she absolutely despises because Vega, he's
He's a creep.
creepy.
He's
Yeah,
a
he's
creep.
creepy. He's a vampire,
Sometimes he's also
basically.
the perpetrator of her dad's death too. I think
It's
he's
basically what Chun-Li has a vendetta against Vega because Vega is a stone cold killer. And what I like about Chun-Li's character is that Chun-Li, despite being a badass in the game, she actually has a just personality. And she's also got a sweet personality. She's not just
literally she's a hair what you know those heroines from what do you call those characters from those magical type characters, the
Yeah,
ones based on justice.
yeah, the magical girls.
She like,
Yeah,
but
she's like that.
She's got an innocence to her. She
Yep,
believes in the best of people, and when they are villainous and bad, she can defend herself.
exactly. But nowadays they keep trying to destroy her character.
She's an
Yeah.
Interpol agent that can kick your ass.
Yep.
Mhm.
She doesn't even
Literally.
need
Oh, that's what-
guns.
That's why I'm attached to Chun-Li because of her character and also her capacity for not only seeing the best in people, but also like she takes justice and the law seriously.
Seriously,
Like
yeah.
she puts her personal feelings aside in order to get the job done.
Oh,
However,
how
she-
they fucked that up in her debut movie.
Oh, yeah.
However, she's not stagnant, nor is she like restrictive, even though she is a by the books cop.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Vega,
She's-
on the other hand,
Uh,
he's a killer, a narcissist who likes killing people. In fact, he even licks the blood off his victims of his blade. So he's basically he has the attributes of a vampire.
Mhm.
Think
And-
Vamp from Metal Gear.
he literally is Vamp. I think Vamp was cloned from him. Like literally.
But, I mean, I can see like
the most
Vega as the
flamboyant flamenco
inspiration for.
dancers all came from Japan.
That's so
I
weird.
can see.
Why is
I can
always
see,
these
like,
Latino
Vega-
guys are
I see
so
Vega
Chris
as
Costin, guys, for Chris Costin.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to make a point here. Why is it that Japanese people think Latinos or Spanish guys are fucking flamboyantly gay? Every fucking black, every
It's for the
Spanish-
aesthetics, man.
Flamingo dancing, dude.
it's like
Flamingo
hola. It is
Also-
I.
and once again,
It is
now once again, Twode,
Yeah.
flamboyancy doesn't equate to being gay.
Yeah, but Vamp was gay.
Oh, just because he has a knife
Immortal.
right in front of his dick?
Exactly.
Dude,
He's gay.
it does no
He-
man. Come on, look.
No,
It does
no,
not mean
No,
he's
no,
gay.
I mean canonically. I'm not joking. I mean canonically, he's gay.
No, he's
Wait.
bisexual.
Doesn't
Right.
whatever. If
Look,
he
man, we're getting off topic there. Let's okay.
stop
How would you,
singing.
Chap, how would you rate the fight between Vega and Chun-Li?
Aside from the fact that the way it's choreographed, the tension that it builds, and the fact that in the beginning it looks
Yeah, you know what? You bring up the beginning. Didn't the beginning look like a fucking straight up slasher film?
Exactly. It did
But-
because it was a surprise. She was showering, and then all of a sudden, a fucking psychopathic murderer pops out of nowhere. It's like
Like
fucking-
freaking, she was in the middle of rolling up her pigtails, and all of a sudden, whoosh, like bumped the lamp. That's where she finally noticed him, and he's all up in the ceiling, just dive bombs on her ass, crushes the bed that she's sitting on.
Yep.
She picks up the bed and try to smash his ass with. Bruh, when I saw that I was looking, I was like, damn,
Well,
this bitch is strong.
that's another
Duh,
thing
I
that
told you that she's
so
strong.
strong. She literally turned Vega's face into the Phantom of the Opera's face because she literally
Yeah,
just
she fucking
disfigured his
gets
face.
her heel on his face, fucking spins around, smush that shit in, twist that shit sideways,
I know, that's what I'm
and the
saying.
motherfucker is just trembling, mind you. The motherfucker gets up and he trembles
Wolf,
because he about to lose his fucking mind now.
Wolf, is she streaming? And they're
I
live
don't
streaming.
care. I don't care.
I'm just telling you.
I think also, I think also what made the fight even more intriguing was the fact that Chun-Li, despite being caught off guard and showing that she is a capable fighter, this wasn't just some hit 'em up, well choreographed. The thing that I liked about the fight was that it dissolved from a typical street fight to two warriors one-on-one fighting each other,
And it
Chun-Li,
kind of highlights how the games is too, especially when in the games there are always random locations, so it kind of gives that random location a good vibe there.
It also gives them a purpose.
Yeah. I even like the fact that sometimes within the game, objects from in the arena that is from the stages can be used as a weapon. So
Yeah,
just like what we,
hit his ass with it.
yep.
And she
And I
gets
even
hurt during this fight.
yeah.
She gets cut.
Yeah,
she gets kicked. She gets punched.
Yep.
I mean,
This is a very
she goes to
well-depicted.
the ringer.
She got scratched all over, man. She literally
freaking-
got beaten.
The freaking stakes raised when we get Gao, who's rushing there to trying to
Take
get her
it
on
to
the
the house.
phone
Yeah.
on his little car phone. And the moment she knocks over the phone, she shouts help. That's when he rushes, and it's like you got the stakes raising there. And it's also, of course, you got Wildfire playing in the background, just elevating this damn fight.
Mm-hmm. I even love
Wildfire, don't take it from me. Wildfire, don't take it from me.
I think what I find
Cannot kill me anymore. Sorry, keep going, Schooner.
Well, what I found interesting about the fight too is that, like we were saying, she gets cut up and beat up, and this is not just some like standard woke Hollywood crap where the little woman can fight against the big burly man. No, this is like what a real fight would be like against. I mean, she's agile, she can move, she's got speed on her side, but Vega's got power, and he's got the stamina. And what I love is that she's still able to beat him, but it came at a cost. She lives, and she's able to beat him. And I love the fact that she's just doing that kick repeatedly. And you can see she's putting her all into these hits. She's like, I'm giving it all. I will not.
I will die if I don't beat him up right now. I will die. There's
a moment where she tries to advance, but then her legs buckle because of the blood loss.
Mm-hmm. And then she sees Vega subtly recovering, and she just shakes her head and this is the moment where she's like, I love that moment too. This is where the animation really works, because you can tell what the character is thinking through facial movements. And in that moment where Vega is about to recover, she shakes her head, and it's like, all right, this fight needs to end right now. And she just does her signature move.
Her fast kicks and just kicks his ass through the damn wall. And I said, damn!
Mm-hmm.
Her what is it called? I forgot the name of the kick, but it's absolutely beautiful. Just
when she does her helicopter kick too. She doesn't do the floating motion like she does in the games, where what she does is she gets on her hands, and then she does it. That's what I love about this movie, is the way how they implement the moves, but in such a grounded way, instead of just that aerodynamic or kind of physics breaking type of way.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned Ryu's Tatsumaki kick. Can't really say the whole name
Tatsumaki no kick, or something.
Tatsumaki Senpaku.
Simple.
Tatsumaki Seppuku.
You
It's
fucking
basically
overachiever.
the same thing as the one from from Rock Lee from Naruto. Senpu. Konoha
Yeah.
Senpu. Same thing. It's almost the
Anyways,
same.
One-
The
one-
fight, by the way, the fight between Chung Li and Vega was so well received that fight is now considered canon.
Yeah.
Is
Mhm.
in every single film or even the live action movie now. If you have Chung Li, there has to be a Chung Li and Vega fight.
Mm-hmm. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Also, when it
Before,
played him,
before that fight, hang on. Before that fight, we also had that fight between Tai Long and Ryu.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I love about this is where I will nail out my fun fact. Guess who voiced Fei Long?
Bryan Cranston.
Yep, you fucking overachiever. You looked that up, didn't you?
Just to let you know, Wolf, I don't care who voiced the character because it doesn't
I
matter.
know,
The
I
show
know,
was
I know,
the show was
motherfucker.
perfect.
Damn, I know,
Some-
motherfucker.
some
Yeah,
use-
yeah, yeah, yeah.
some
That's all I
useful
hear.
trick.
Whining Wolf. Stop whining.
Some very useful trivia, though. Before he became big, Bryan Cranston made his living off of dubbing anime TV shows and movies.
Man, I would
he
love
was
to
also
do
in Power
at
Rangers.
least.
Yep.
Yep, he was the voice
I
of
would-
Snizzard.
Yep, I would love to do a Malcolm and Mill clip where he's talking to Doris. What's her name, Doris?
No, her name is the name of his wife, right?
Yeah,
Lois.
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 Yeah, as she's walking away, I dub over his line. No, this isn't over. You haven't seen anything. Get ready.
That's the one. Exactly. You know what? My new headcanon is that Walter White didn't die at the end of Breaking Bad. What he did was he cooperated with the feds. They gave him a new identity, and now he's known as Hal from Malcolm in the Middle.
Actually,
Very
that's canon.
inconspicuous.
That's actually canon because there is an episode of Malcolm in the Middle where he's like, I woke up and I'm a drug dealer and I had he was like talking to his wife and saying that, and he has the hat on the seat next to his bed. That's fucking canon.
So you basically hearing Walter White saying this, not bad, or was it just luck? Oh my goodness, that fight was hype.
Well, I love Bryan Cranston. He's a great actor. Sorry to give
I
a
forgot
2
you were
cents.
here. Like, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
I'm going to say
I
this.
forgot you. I'm looking at the screen. I seen you there, but for a minute, I'm geeking out so hard that I forgot that Leia was
Oh
here.
my god.
well. I didn't want to
Wolf,
interrupt
you
you.
see, this is what I'm telling you. You are a dumbass because you were talking about like that's all I hear.
Well,
You take
I
a
didn't
breath and you start just rushing through the words. And poor
I didn't want to interrupt you. You were expressing your passion, so I said I'm going to let him go. By all means, go ahead. I didn't want to interrupt. I just want to say you talked about going to Bryan Cranston, and I just want to say there's not too many good American actors these days, but Bryan Cranston, I watch him just about anything because he's just probably the best actor there is. I think there's nothing he can't do: comedy, drama, anime, voiceover, action, sci-fi, whatever category he goes in, he gives like 100%. Him and Josh Brolin are like my two favorite American actors. So just my little 2 cents. It takes good actors to do characters like that.
And that's the thing too, Leia. That's another thing too, Leia, is that Bryan Cranston, despite starting off as a voice actor, he was getting shit pay. But this is where he honed his skills as an actor.
Yes. Oh, you're right. It worked.
It worked.
Maybe that's why he's so good at playing all these different types of characters in different genres. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, drama, comedy, the Godzilla movies. I love. I'm not going to, but he told a great story about why he did the Godzilla movies. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. He told a
Yeah,
great
I have.
story. Yeah.
Well, that was the thing too, is that Cranston has gone on record saying that he felt that his character was shafted, and I happen to agree. The character
Yes.
was shafted. I think because his son, as great as Quicksilver is, he's a gifted actor. I think the focus of the Godzilla movie should have been told through Cranston's character.
Yeah, I think so. I totally agree. I absolutely 100% agree with you on
My
that.
wife died down there, and I need answers.
But
You
he
know,
also
Wolf, you keep saying that, but I don't know what the fuck the reference is.
Godzilla 2014, jackass.
The only jackassy is you, bruh. How dare you? Not everybody knows.
He's a jackass. Oh, yo, oh, yo. I'm a jackass. This world greatest jackass.
The fact
other
that you're
story-
I
stating
think I
it
ran
is
away. I think I ran away Victoria Vagbound with my singing. I'm pretty sure one.
The other story with that Scooty is he told why he chose to do Godzilla, and at first he turned the script down because at that time Breaking Bad kind of was becoming more successful. He was getting critically acclaimed and winning awards, so he felt Godzilla was beneath him. He was,
We're too far off from this topic.
Well, I just like the fact that he said he remembered how he enjoyed the movies where he was young,
Yeah.
and that's why he took the script because he wanted to. He came back down to earth basically. He remembered how he enjoyed them, so he wanted to give the same thing back. So maybe that's why he's good at what he does.
He was brief. He was brief in this movie. He was just Fei Long. He served his purpose well, saying some cool lines. And I'm pretty sure he did the Bruce Lee lines too.
And it builds. But he also serves the plot of the film is that Fei Long is a character in the Street Fighter games, but also he runs into Ryu and it shows what Ryu is doing. He's not doing underground fighting for the money. He's doing fighting because he's training. That's what he's doing. He's the wandering warrior. And if there's a fight, then he fights. Of course, in this version, he kind of got forced into this fight. He got forced into the fight.
Smart asses around here either.
And Fei Long just happens to show up, and the two of them start fighting each other. And he defeats Fei Long. And Fei Long, what I like about Fei Long is that he loses with dignity. He says, "Are you Ryu?" And he says, "Yes, I am." And he's like saying,
"You're the one who defeats a god."
And, yep. And he says, "Next time, why don't you warn me who you are?"
That's funny.
That interaction alone like informs the audience like Fei Long's character.
Yeah, Fei Long is an honorable fighter, but also that Ryu is not unknown to these parts.
One of these days, we gotta talk about the anime that preceded this movie, or at least the discontinuity that preceded this movie. Man, you will love Fei Long in that one.
Alpha Generation?
No, not that one. It's the Street Fighter 2V.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
the one with that kick-ass, the one with that kick-ass theme.
I actually have not watched 2V.
Street Fighter, oh man, we're in for a treat. Then next year we're gonna watch Street Fighter 2V.
I might need to watch that one too. I don't remember watching.
Man, bruh, when we off this stream, I'm gonna show you that opening. That opening slaps, man. Man, they play that shit on Anime Monday every sci-fi Monday. I looked forward to that movie that freaking anime because of that opener. like soon as freaking one anime ends and that anime begins, down. I'm like, oh shit.
What also helps 2V is the English voice actors and actresses like reprise their roles on the characters that they played.
Mm-hmm.
I think, but just getting back to the movie here is that Ryu, this is also when he's in India and he happens to. This is where he first hears about Shadow Law and how they're gonna.
Well, he's also like given a glimpse on like on how they operate, and in addition,
Is it also where he
to-
meets Dawson and E Honda?
He
Yep,
mostly
yep.
meets Honda.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still,
Okay.
it's through. Yeah, but both of them like encounter like Shadow Lu through the cyborgs when they were analyzing their individual fights.
Mm-hmm. Because that's what Bison's drones are doing. They're analyzing the greatest fighters of the world, so that way they can upgrade their robots.
And you want to know what's the funny
Cyborgs,
thing
they call
in that moment? You want to know what's the funny thing in that moment?
What's that?
In one frame, there's actually one of the bypass citizens that they always like keep still to just have like the environments there, just to have them there. And in
Yeah.
one of the frames, you actually see Akuma just sitting there,
Mhm.
and he doesn't do a
Random.
damn thing. And he doesn't even
I
hurt
don't-
anybody.
I'm pretty sure like he was there just to observe and not willing to interfere.
Mm-hmm.
He does that a lot in Street Fighter 2V. Like every episode, they always have him sitting randomly in a spot, in either a panning shot or something like that. He just one moment when Ryu and Ken and Chun Li in that show gets off at the freaking airport.
Mm-hmm.
He just sitting in between two dudes or two people in the airport seat, just with arms crossed, legs splayed out, and just looking at the camera menacingly.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like he's taking his job as the passive observer seriously.
Even there's a discontinuity with the color of his necklace too. I believe in the movie they're brown, but in the show they're always yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's
No,
not
Marcus.
him. Maybe it's not him.
Maybe it's a clone. Who knows?
Could be the case.
But-
I mean, Akuma like doesn't have the ability of being in multiple places at once.
But that's the part of his of his intrigue. He is a demon, so he's so powerful, can be in multiple places at the same time.
Oh goodness, this dub is so amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing with the lines, especially in the final act of the movie. Hi there, and you are? I'm the welcome wagon. It's nice to meet you, friend. Hello, Captain. Are you ready to give me that heart transplant you mentioned? Ready and waiting. Have you ever felt the fighting spirit of another? We finally have visitors dropped in, and look at me. I'm just a mess.
I enjoy the final fight scene between Ryu, Ken, Bison, and as well as the other characters.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a negative point for Schooner that he mentioned in the green room.
And it's understandable. Like you were expecting for an Avengers moment because like Bison was tying everyone together. So you expect them to come together and fight him as well as his other hitman, Shadowloo.
Well, and that was
Considering
the
that they also debriefed DJ in a cameo about
Mhm.
being monitored.
Oh yeah.
And that's another thing. See, and that's the thing. Despite the loosely interconnected stories here, they don't all come together. It's merely okay. Here's the movie. This is the character featured in the movie. This character gets their character moment. It's really only a handful of characters that are actually contributing to the main plot.
And when we stop to think about it, there's nothing inherently wrong with that.
No, but it would have been.
We know like Ken and Ryu, they are the main characters as well as.
It's more so Ryu than Ken. Ken is there, but he's kind of there. He's kind of there to be Ryu's final act. Be there with Ryu in the final act.
Nonetheless, like Ken as well as the other characters, they contribute they contributed in the advancement of the story.
Yeah. But like I said, Ken is more of a plot device because Bison is looking for Ryu, and when he can't find Ryu, somebody says, "Hey, we found some interesting information. You know this guy named Ken? He actually trained with Ryu at the same dojo." And it's like, really? Well, if we take Ken, then Ryu is sure to come look for us. So let's go take Ken.
Sorry, I love this line from DJ. If you boys can't appreciate my music, then you boys better haul your sorry asses out of here.
You want to know what's the most hilarious thing that I just discovered when watching this movie? Alright, if I'm gonna share the screen with you guys.
Sure
Share
thing.
Screen. If it can load up. Is it loading up? Oh wait.
Take your time, dude.
Yeah, I guess my computer is just like completely stuck. Oh, there it is. There it is. Wait, hold on. Share audio system. Share the window. Actually, wait. Hold on. Share that one. Here we go. Alright. Is it sharing? Wait, no. Wait, what?
I see it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Does this guy look familiar to you at all?
Don't fuck with this senator.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I just noticed this. I looking at it, I was like, wait, Armstrong?
Yep.
Since when did Capcom actually did collabs with Konami?
It's
Oh,
older,
yeah.
so it's Konami that stole him.
Yeah, Dark. We never get a follow up on what happened to Cammy when Bison Sense got to take her and Vega out.
Yep. That's one of the, again, that's another problem I had with the movie. And another thing that I had with Guile is it's clear that Guile and Bison have this type of history, but he kind of Guile kind of gets KO'd and then he doesn't come back.
That pissed me off, actually.
He
Why
gets
is
carried
he not...
back into the fight with Honda in tow with also Balrog, and their fight is just complete scrap too.
I know. Like I said, the third act of the movie is really where it comes apart. And if I was to, first off, if I was to remake this movie, rest assured, I would be adapting 2/3 of the movie. This whole thing would be a direct adaptation of this animated film, but I would change the final act. That's what I would change.
Yeah, honestly, the only thing that I have with this movie, like, as great as the movie is with the animation, especially how it's very faithful to its source material that it's adapting, my biggest problem is also one thing about fighting games being adapted into films. Fighting games don't make good movies. For one, fighting games have a lot of characters, so it would be hard to keep track of one of them if you're just going to be solely focused on one narrative for a character in a film.
I want to cut in. They work best as TV series.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
because
exactly.
they need to
They
be
would
longer.
work best for a
thing.
TV show. That's
Yeah,
exactly what I would
absolutely.
want to say.
And
And so
TV
then-
show, anime,
And so then even then
anime.
fighting games, pretty much, yeah. Pretty much anything with either a TV show or basically an anime or an animated series rather, which Street Fighter basically already had one. But yeah, anyway. But even then, fighting games would even adapt their stories into pretending to be movies, thanks to NetherRealm Studios with its narrative focus with films, because they try to make it almost like action films, as they tried doing it with Mortal Kombat. But the problem with that is you can only go so far with your fighting game story if you just pretend to be a movie.
Well, and I would agree with you, but I think this movie actually did a pretty good job at trying to streamline a plot.
I mean,
And
yeah, granted, I'll give it that. But again, it just doesn't even mesh well because fighting games just really don't go so well in trying to be movies. And yes, there is the 1995 Mortal Kombat film where there's only about 9 characters total in the first Mortal Kombat, because there's see, Kano, Liu Kang, Raiden, Johnny Cage, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Sonya. Yeah, 9 characters. So there's 7 in the main roster and 2 bosses, which makes them 9 total. But then you still have, but technically 10 if you're counting Reptile, who's a secret character in the first game.
You know what's funny about this movie, especially the one downside to it.
What's it?
As great as the fight was animated, the Balrog, the Blanca versus Zangief fight was unneeded.
It wasn't. It was just there to feature the characters.
Yep. All
Yeah,
it
and
was
that's the
grunt and
problem.
roar.
That's the problem I would bring up because Street Fighter would have so many characters. You can only go so far with your characters if you just make it a movie. When it's at best would be a TV show.
I will say this: Blanca was fucking vicious in that fight.
I know, like the way he just like bit Zangief. I think it was on his neck.
Before he electrocutes him, yeah, like
Yep.
usually you have to be in close proximity in the game, but like he literally had to latch onto you to electrocute you.
Mhm.
Yep. Blanca's a grappler. Same thing with Zangief, so it's grappler versus
Even-
grappler.
I have a
Once
question,
again-
guys. Blanca, is he like that character as he was a monster like that, or is he like genetically altered, or what is he?
Depending on what you play, either he lived in the forest and the green foliage turned his skin green, and he learned through the wildlife, or in the case of the live action movie, he was genetically altered. But in the games canon, I think it was natural progression.
So
Mhm.
he's in evolution basically of humanity.
Yeah,
because
I
Pretty
don't think he
much.
was a
Basically-
caveman per se. Just a
It's kinda like
just a wild
Tarzan.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
kinda like Tarzan.
in the newer Street Fighter games, there is a new character, a Brazilian girl with the same moveset.
Lara
name is-
from Street Fighter 5.
Her name is
Yeah.
Laura.
Yeah, I'm like, what is she? Is she like the replacement for him or something? Because she does electric attacks as well.
I think it
But-
probably might be, considering what Capcom's direction is trying to go with Street Fighter 6 now, even though sadly she's not there anymore. Maybe
What?
she's there. Wait, is she there?
No, I mean, I checked. I checked the screen. I checked the screenshots, and Laura is in Street Fighter 6.
Oh, she is there.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't even thinking she was even coming back.
Yeah, I saw her. I think I saw her in the roster. Like, yeah, she should be in there along with Elena.
Yeah, because they just leaked the roster on their Twitter.
Other than that, you guys want to get ready to wrap it up?
Yeah,
Final
sure.
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I guess I'll go first. I actually enjoyed this movie. I think it is a good film adaptation of a game. I just still believe that it's the third act that really it comes apart. But the good news is, this is why I love this movie. It's built up enough goodwill that it's not a deal. The third act's not a deal breaker.
Dominic.
I didn't enjoy the third act. I will admit it could have been improved in some areas. However, as like one of us has mentioned earlier, the film story was built up so much. Plus, the third act is not a deal breaker. So, to anyone who is a fan of not just Street Fighter but fighting games in general, you'll fit in right at home watching Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, because it not only streamlines the plot, but also the characters are given an equal chance to shine in the spotlight as they pour in their all to defeat Bison and Shadowloo. So this movie is a high recommend.
Final. I said final,
I
damn
will
it.
say it's faithful. I was saying it. Anyway, so yeah, the film is faithful. I will give it that. But then again, fighting games just don't go well with movies. But I would recommend it if any of you want to watch it. Just go ahead and go for it. Like if you are that much of a Street Fighter fan. But otherwise, yeah.
sexuality. Nico, can you talk?
Oh, God. Maybe he stepped away.
I hope he's okay. He's
Yeah.
muted.
Oh, it is.
I don't know what's y'all problem with that damn third act, man. That third act was banging. It gave us everything we need. Freaking Ryu and Ken whooping ass. You know, you got Guile doing his signature ass move, cut up freaking Honda's hut on the mountain and shit. Yeah, man, I don't know what y'all problem. You even had violent.
Hey, I
Ken
didn't.
for a brief
Hey, I
moment.
didn't. Dude, I didn't say I didn't like the third act.
Hello?
Well, I don't know
Can
about
you
the rest of
hear
these motherfuckers.
me? Hello? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah,
We
yeah,
hear
yeah.
you now.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I got disconnected. Sorry. I was talking and I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Give us your final thoughts on this movie.
Yeah, honestly, this movie is a wonderful movie, and if you're new into anime, so recommend. If you like action and violence, it's really good. The story is coherent. There's no leaps in logic. Everything has a reason. Third act was good too, but I don't know why people come complaining because I think they just lack the taste. But whatever.
I'm a piggyback off of Dark Stranger. It was a day in life of in the world of Street Fighter. That's what it went on like.
Yeah.
I mean, there's even like brief fights. You know, again the Blanca fight versus Zangief, and there's also we didn't even mention Ken's fight with T-Hawk,
Mm-hmm.
which was also brief, which kind of shows the contrast between him and Ryu briefly. Like in the beginning of the movie, we had Sagat versus Ryu, and Ryu finishes him off with Hadouken. But we have Ken who's about to finish T-Hawk with the Hadouken, but he pulls back and just walks away.
And that's another thing that I think really tethers both Ryu and Ken together. It's the fact that the two of them have honor when they fight.
Yep.
He even mentions to Eliza, his wife currently in the games.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Eliza, let's get married. Huh? I didn't think you were that serious. Well, why don't we?
Damn, bro, you just dropped the bomb.
Ever the romantic.
He didn't say will you marry. He said let's get married. He's like man, how long have you dated this woman?
I think he's like he got to the point where he's like, woman, you're mine. Let's go.
I mean, she came in wearing his gloves and everything. Her introduction, like, dude, most of the time when you see him, they're riding in his car.
Oh,
I mean, well, it's their car actually, because one time she driving it, and another time he's driving it. But that's where we're getting most of the metal and grunge rock from his radio. I mean, hell, we were listening to Them Bones by what's her name again? Damn it, we mentioned her name briefly earlier in Alice in Chains, Them Bones, one moment. And it's loud as fuck too, and I love it. Wait. Say it ain't so. Nah. They gonna pull that bullshit too like they do with the woke being now? With married couple?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was about to bring that up, but I didn't even know.
Say it isn't so. Say it isn't damn so. Ken is better when he's married.
Capcom?
Why are they doing
You
this
did
shit?
this to yourselves.
Why the fuck are they doing the same
You
fucking
did this to
show?
yourselves, Capcom. You would
Master
have
Sword
better
was,
off just to replace Ken with Luke with the new fighters, but you decided to bring him back, make him a hobo,
He's so mad he unclipped.
and divorced from his wife and son.
Yeah, he got a kid now.
Yeah. This is why.
Oh, great.
fucking
Another
hate-
deadbeat dad.
Yeah, exactly. Like, can't you just make a good fucking?
I mean, how Ryu actually got his conclusion, like he doesn't have the Satsui no Hado anymore.
Yeah, he looks like a fucking nomad. I'm loving that shit. He a fucking warrior monk.
Yeah,
Got that
but
get
you're
him.
still.
I was like, when he carrying that get, I was like, oh shit. He's a warrior monk now? Hell yeah, I'm all for that.
Yeah, and still, his new rival would still be Luke. Because they just announced him as part of the new fighters for Street Fighter V, and now he's a prominent character going forward. and yet Akuma's still around, and yet he's still looking like a lion.
Mhm.
Because seriously, they seriously give him a lion's mane, which
Oh,
is why I
yeah.
now call him Lion Akuma.
He's no longer
But
old.
still, you're gonna do this to Ken?
We love Ken when he's married.
They always do it to fucking married guys and with kids. Like they didn't fucking.
Japan, I know y'all got I know y'all got a higher divorce rate than us, but damn, don't make it true for us either.
I mean, hell, even Raiden lived a normal life and had a wife and a son after the SOP system got shut down in MGS4.
Yep. And also in
Ken needs to stay
Reverse.
married. I love Ken when he was married. That was beautiful.
Yep.
Because that's why they destroyed it, because it was beautiful. They wanted
It was-
to make it
yeah.
painful. They wanted to
What?
make it painful. That's why they did it. That's the only reason they keep fucking doing
Shock
this shit.
value.
Wait,
Yep.
wait, hold
No,
on. Last
that's not the reason.
hold on.
That's-
Last time I checked, like, hold on. Last time I checked, Ken is still married. What's this about? What's this about him? What's this about? Like raising his marriage?
So then why does he look like John Wick then?
Mm.
Look, I need some context.
Apparently, Capcom demarried him.
Yes!
Wait, what?
In Street
Dude.
Fighter 6 when they announced their roster.
They made
Hold up,
He's a
Hold up.
divorcee now.
Yep.
Capcom.
He went-
what are you,
He
what are
went
you
from a
doing?
family man to a family nun.
That's way worse than freaking giving
You want to know why they did
Give
this? You really want to know why they did this? It's because this is the trap Capcom falls into.
They
It's
follow
because they
trends.
take a character who they try to bring back because they're so iconic, and they try to bring them back, but yet have no context in being involved within anything in the story of the overall story of Street Fighter. Nothing. Not even Final Fight.
This is
'Cause
worse
Final
than
Fight
giving Jill
or,
Valentine
What's it
freaking
called? Rival Schools.
jeans.
Yeah, rival schools, because they're tied in with Street Fighter. They exist because of Street Fighter. In fact, they're even in the roster of Street Fighter 4. In fact, anyway. So yeah, they're so iconic, and yet they try to bring them in and find another way to bring them in the story when it's best off that they're not in there at all. That's
Capcom.
basically why.
This is worse than making.
Capcom, don't
This is
follow,
worse than
don't
making
follow
Claire
the
Redfield
trappings.
looking like Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah. Look, Capcom, don't fall to the same traps that a majority of publishers and companies have fallen into since the late 2000s and 2010s.
Just to
Yeah.
let you know, guys, if they've already said that they're gonna do it, it's already too late, and we're already fucked. And here's
Yeah.
the thing: they always do this because the fact of the matter is, people are so bored, and writers nowadays are fucking trash. They can't make their own stories. They could even made a story where Ken gets a disease and he's dying or something. That would have been better than being divorced.
This is way worse than when you put Vilmo on Ethan. The motherfucker ain't got no head.
This is even the problem that Capcom was doing when they did Street Fighter V. It was in the middle of an identity crisis. They didn't want to know they're owing to its brand because Ryu and Chun-Li are still in their classic outfits. Ken is the one who moved forward because now he owns a martial arts school.
or something.
Cody.
This is way worse than giving Annette Birkin dead mama hair.
You see, this is,
Ouch.
and you see this.
Wow.
Even Dark Stranger is even right here. He says like, "Oh, they probably did it to further appease the
The
esports
crowd,
esports
yes,
crowd."
that's one of that's the biggest appeal for Street Fighter V, at least at the
Fucking-
end. Of the
No.
I fucking hate those guys because
This is way worse than giving Hunk the attitude to his partner for shooting up Birkin.
bro,
You know,
this,
I think it's kind of
Oh.
unfortunate because this should have been the thing that, what woke people should be championing, a healthy marriage.
they never do. That's the problem. All they like is just the fucking destruction. I've noticed this in a lot of things. Like for example, when it comes to anime
This-
and shows and stuff, they do
This
this
is
all the
worse than
time.
what they did with Chief Irons,
Yep, they do.
making him a Trump stand-in.
They don't like the idea of the family structure, particularly with the male patriarch as leader.
Never.
That is why
Or-
that is
Or
why
otherwise the nuclear family.
Yes.
If you must know, I don't really like the remake trilogy of Resident Evil.
Neither
Not
do I.
that much.
I
This is
hon-
way worse than giving Mr. X a fedora.
Wolf is traumatized.
Can you blame him? Can you
I'm
blame him?
broke because I'm
No.
noticing that one of my favorite iconic characters
Mm.
is divorced now after so many years.
He has my deepest sympathy. I understand exactly
I-
how he feels.
When
It's
when
because, like,
Kid's introduction in Street Fighter 4 listened to him having his wedding with Eliza, I was happy for the man.
yeah, me too.
The comic book
Capcom?
preceded him. Oh my goodness!
You did this
Oh, wait,
yourselves. You first did this with Dante in DMC before you decided to turn things around with
Here's the thing.
DMC.
Don't even
5,
bring
you
DMC.
succeeded to only then fumble over yourselves in Street Fighter 6.
This
Street
this
Fighter
is way
6,
worse than
Wait,
not giving the answer
wait,
to how
divorced
Nero
his
got
wife and
hurt.
son.
Let final finish.
And I still love DLC 5.
DMC 5 is actually pretty
Yes.
good compared to DMC. DMC is fucking trash.
Yeah, DMC 5 was fucking awesome. I actually cannot wait what they're actually going to be doing going forward.
Yes! This is way
Well,
worse than Garbage Bag Nemesis.
Well,
And you want to know why DMC 5 was a success with its story? Because now Nero's going to be the new Devil Hunter running Devil May Cry now alongside Trish and Lady, whatever they're going to do with the ladies now.
Stop,
Whereas
stop,
Dante
stop,
and-
stop, 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 stop! No
Whereas
fucking
Dante and
story.
Virgil
no spoilers.
are now
No spoilers.
Whereas Dante and
Please,
Virgil
I
are
didn't
now on
finish.
good terms.
I
That's
didn't
us.
finish. I didn't finish the game yet.
Oh, I'll strangle you.
Fuck you,
Hey,
man. Why do
hey,
you have to fucking
hey,
ruin this for me?
there will be no strangling. All right, so keep your hands to yourself.
Don't
Well,
worry,
the
I'll
fuck
go
for
through
orange
the
his ass and
I'll
make him
go
play
through
that
the
damn
internet
game.
and just send a wire
Yes,
through the
yes.
fucking
Keep your
screen and
hands to
just
yourself. What is he gonna do? Is he gonna reach through the screen and grab
Yes.
him?
Yes,
Oh,
I will
exactly.
put in the effort to do it if I had to.
I have
Well,
the special power of throwing electric wires through the internet.
I'm aware of it. I
If
can
you,
survive
yeah,
that
listen.
shit.
If you two try to pull any funny business with each other, I will trank you, both of you, just to pacify. Just this.
Little
This is
maggot.
the
No one
clean.
has ever toppled me before. I clearly underestimated this man.
Could I just say this though?
Hey,
Can I just say-
hey, this is
can
a
I-
clean game here, so there will be no funny business.
Can I just say too that one of the most hilarious things about this movie is that at the very end, Bison is driving a semi to Ryu.
Yep.
At the very end of the movie, Bison is in a semi and he's driving to run over Ryu.
Yeah, my reaction was, wait, what? But I started roll with it because immediately when Ryu saw Bison, he just went in to fight him once more.
Wait, is he just now turning
What?
like
Yeah!
The fact that he honks at him before he turns around.
Are you ready?
then it just now turned into like the pizza delivery episode of SpongeBob, where SpongeBob is just now just hitchhiking, quote unquote, just in front of the street, and a semi truck just tries to jump over him until Squidward just goes in to save him.
Yep.
God. Well, guys, I gotta go. I got work tomorrow, so I gotta bounce.
I mean,
All
we're
right, do
just
your
wrapping up
signature.
anyway, so yeah.
Well, that's your signature. Okay. Bye.
Well, yeah. Have a good night, guys.
All right, good night, 12 day.
Good
The
night.
African Snake 12 day.
Good night, Tweldy.
Good night, 12.
Oh, hearing that snake accent.
He's speaking parcel tongue.
Yes.
Anyways, I thank everybody for being here. Those brief moments of those 10 of you and those 5 of you and those 9s of the motherfuckers that kept popping in and out. I thank everybody for being here, for enjoying us just mishmashing and geeking out over this damn movie. It's free on YouTube, whichever version you're watching. I would suggest the one that's 60 frames per second because that shit is fucking wild. Wild on how it's moving at 60 frames per second. Jesus. If you want to see old anime move at 60 frames per second, that is a sight to fucking behold. Jeez, that was good. Anyways, yeah, check it out everywhere on YouTube or wherever you want to go on to your pirate network here and there. It's a great movie for some of its parts. It delivers on what it is. Like I said, it's my definitive Street Fighter movie that I like to watch the most out of all the Street Fighter movies I've seen thus far. One of these days, we'll definitely check out the Street Fighter Alpha 3, the movie, and later on we'll check out Alpha Generations, which, like I said, as far as concerned canonically, these movies do not follow no traditional continuity at all.
Yeah, because the anime movies and comics are not canon to the games.
Yep. Even
However, they do take cues like from plot elements from Street Fighter.
well, the thing is, depending on which one you watch, if you're watching Alpha 3, the movie, it's taking cues from the game that preceded it. And
You're not wrong.
Alpha Generations is kind of taking cues from that game. Street Fighter 4, the movie, is taking cues from Street Fighter 4. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
In a future live stream, we'll touch on them later.
If you really want to watch a well-realized Street Fighter live action, check out Street Fighter Assassin's Fist, made by Machinima years ago, before Machinima closed down, or any other fan-made Street Fighter alumni.
Well, not just before it closed down, but before Machinima lost its way.
Oh, definitely that, and many others. Specifically, the Forerunner to Dawn Halo movie. Still love that movie. I don't care what anybody say. So what if Master Chief came at the tail end of the fucking movie? That movie was great.
Good movie.
Sure as hell better than the damn Halo show that we got today.
Oh, can we not?
Call me Master Chief. That's the real Master Chief, motherfuckers.
That and the Netflix, not Street Fighter, the Netflix
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil are
Just
terrible.
avoid it.
God awful.
Just avoid it. Watch the 3D animated movies.
Yeah.
One of these days we'll talk about video game adaptations again, because it's been high time, because I got a group now. I have a group now, so we can talk about video game adaptations again. Some of our favorites and some of our least favorites and some of our worst that we've seen so far. Uwe. Excuse me, I'm allergic to Uwe. Anyways, thank you, the African Snake 20 for being with us. Thank you, the Schooner Tuna.
Coming at you live from a secret government facility buried deep underground, but with excellent Wi-Fi. This is Schooner Tuna. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you like what we did here today, let us know down in the comments what anime you would like us to review next. Till that time, this is Schooner Tuna signing off. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Check out any of the anime spotlights when you guys come across this one. We do have a very huge catalog of anime so far that we've touched upon. Pretty soon, by the tail end of this month, we'll be touching upon Trigun, I believe. Yes, it will be Trigun. And man, my timing could not have been more impeccable since the announcement of the new Trigun anime.
Not looking forward to it.
Me neither. I did watch the Spriggan anime though.
Mm-hmm. I did watch the movie too. The movie was pretty good.
One of these days we'll also check out the original Spriggan. Anyways, the lovely Lady of Valor, who was guest starring today, and she did not watch this damn movie because she should have. Had hard bodies, woman. Hard bodies in the damn movie. Hard bodies like this.
Oh, you just had. I knew that.
And this.
I just. knew that.
We literally had a man who flexed so hard that his button-down shirt popped the fuck open. Because he was watching a fight. The motherfucker was getting hard on the fight.
Well, I will go back, and now that you put it like that, and you're tempting me, I will go back.
He
and
black
look
man
at-
to his brother. The man talks with his lips and not his teeth. The man got cockeyed for a second when he fought a Japanese sumo wrestler too.
Well, poor shame on me. Looks like I really missed a really good treat.
I know you should have watched it. This would have been your gateway. Wait, your gateway was Summer Wars. My bad.
Mhm.
You did like Summer Wars. You did watch that one.
Yes, I did. So I will go back and check this out, and then I will let you know, just like I did the other one, and see how I felt it.
I'm waiting for Eloise to shout, "Oh my God, this movie was awesome!" But go ahead and sign out, lady.
I appreciate your recommendations. Evening, everyone. This is Leia Plus Size, your lovely lady of valor. And as Wolf said, even though I didn't have much to contribute to this conversation because I am educated less to anime, I still enjoy listening to this group talk passionately about it. It's always exciting to hear. It's always exciting to hear people talk about passionately about the things we love. And if there's any other anime you would like Wolf to know about and you want to have the team rant about, please leave the comments below. He will always appreciate it. And the rest of you have a very good evening.
I'm so glad I have a Friday off because this Friday is my mom's birthday.
Woo! Wish her a happy birthday for us.
I will.
Mhm.
I will.
I still think it's funny. Just now that you said it, just now, Eloise is gonna go, "Oh my God!"
Yep. So far, that's been every anime movie I've recommended her. Every freaking anime I've recommended her. From Highlander to what was another one that I recommended her? Gunsmith Cat. She was
Yeah.
she was geeky. I was like, oh, I did not expect that kind of reaction. I'm like I said, I'm baffled by it because I was not expecting that reaction coming from her. It's not saying that she's dull surprised or anything. It's just like, you know, she usually has a very subdued way of describing her liking of anime.
Yeah.
But when I give her something really explosive like that, I'm like, wow, I'm just like impressed that she took it in, just like, wow, this anime is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
She's like reminding me when
She
I was
takes it in
younger.
stride. I love it.
She just eating it up like good, like, well, that's good. That's really good. I'm gonna introducing you to the classics. By the way, The Warrior of Light, Final Fantasy Fan 12.
Well, that about does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, click like and subscribe and share with your family and friends. And make sure you ring that notification bell. That way you get notified of our latest videos. Go subscribe to Wolf10 Media if you haven't already. Go subscribe to me if you haven't already. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Final Fantasy Fan 12 signing off. And remember, may the light forever shine upon us.
The Hound of the South, Dominic Powell.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us in tonight's live stream. If you got any more animated movies, TV shows, or anything of the sort that you want us to discuss in the future, feel free to put them down in the comment section down below. If you like this video, click like, share, and subscribe, and make sure that your notifications are active. That way you'll be up to date on when we'll be doing these live streams again in the future. And remember, even though times may be rough, never forget there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and don't lose hope and idealism for the future. But remember to live in the present and not forget about the past. This is the Hound of the South, Dominic Powell, signing off, and hope you all have a good summer.
Speaking of Wolf Commander Wolf10, remind you guys again, you cannot heal me anymore. You cannot hurt me anymore. Oh. Kind of lost myself there. You guys are the UN Spacey. Welcome to the Wolf Fleet.
you're all probably wondering why I called you here.
Hell yeah, you dragged us out in the middle of a stormy night. What's wrong with you, fool? And why did you want us all in black?
I'm setting my